Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sable Team, and welcome to your match reaction of Brighton at Leeds United 2, Brighton 2. How are you doing, TD5?
I'm all right. It was wasn't the best game, but yeah.
How are you, Mally?
All right, mate. Should be happy with point, but I'm gutted that Everton and Bournemouth won.
I know, we're in relegation places now, mate.
That was a relegation performance.
It took a. I mean, right. I'm going to be. Before we start, better say hello to people who's in chat. Willie, hope you're doing well, mate. Hello all. I'm a little early, anxious to find out what TDT thought about the game. Well, first, I'm going to pinch a line what the commentator said. Brighton controlled that game. If it weren't for a brilliant strike by Bamford, although it was deflected, it would have been. It could going in at half time 1-0 down would have been a lot worse. So we did well. We conceded twice, but you pulled it back twice, Molly. Is that a good thing? Is that show a bit of team spirit to you?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. To me, we're going down after watching that. That didn't fill me with any confidence whatsoever, even though we drew.
I mean, on paper, a draw against Brighton's not a bad result. And if Bournemouth and Everton both lost today, then it wouldn't have been bad as it is now. Because now that we've drawn, we're now, we're below Everton and Bournemouth. But it's still very tight. I wouldn't say... Well, I think we go down maybe, but it's like look how tight it is. Like next week it could completely change, and then the week after that it could completely change again. It's just
if he's going to start picking that same 11 and use them same tactics, then we're snookered.
The fact that Willie Nonto is not starting is outrageous.
We're not pressing.
No, I know.
Literally, Brighton had the ball. They were just passing it around the back. No one was going near them. They were just passing it around the back. The goalkeeper had about 20 seconds to just, he's
crazy.
Stood there with the ball.
Absolutely crazy. And that's down to manager.
25 minutes into a game, the away fans are all laying bloody team. 25 minutes.
I know.
Come at Ellen Road and start laying after 25 minutes.
And home fans were booing.
Yeah.
Asking what were going on.
Crazy, wasn't it? Crazy.
Disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
What about you,
As I say, I should be happy with point, really, but I'm not.
What about you, Dad? How did you think we got out of jail?
Very, very much. Brighton were better than we were playing Ireland, so we were very poor.
Well, I said take Harrison off at half time and take Ayling off at half time. I said that straight away because I didn't think I did the whole.
I was saying take some of off and on, and I think Aronson for Rodrigo were poor.
Yeah, his touches, like there was a few times when he was in the box and stuff, he just couldn't control the ball.
And what Harrison were doing for that goal, I ain't a clue.
Why didn't he go with his right foot, Mally?
I don't know, but Warber tried scoring first.
Yeah, it hit Mellier.
Bloody Mellier saved it. So Harrison said, I'm not having any of this. I'll bang it in. Oh, what a joke. It was like watching Errol's working men's.
It were bad. I mean, look, we got out of jail. There's no two ways about it. Brighton were better side.
It could turn out to be an important point, but Everton are picking points up. Bournemouth are picking points up. We're picking 1 point up.
Now look at Everton today. You need to win your home matches. They beat Brentford today, who are a similar team to Brighton. Similar in position. They're going to beat, and we're there. Scraping a draw.
But how can Bournemouth beat Liverpool after banging 7 in against Man United?
Exactly.
They wanted it more, Mally. I watched that game. Bournemouth wanted it more, mate. Bournemouth deserved win.
Scored 2 against Arsenal, albeit they lost it. But
yeah,
what's going on?
Do you know when we were talking last stream when we said about these players, he's listening to his managers listen to the players' strengths and stuff like that. If I were Gracia, I'd be saying to him, look, I asked you where your best position was. Do you think you played well in your best position? And see what they all said. I'd ask every one of them individually. Because it wasn't good. Good afternoon, Luke.
Erling was a joke.
Yeah, Erling was. Every time they just put the ball down the left-hand side or right-hand side, and he couldn't. He got out jumped for the goal for the first goal. He got out jumped by Matoma.
Amani says that it was a point. It is a point I did not think we would get. Have to be happy. Icing on the cake is Rodrigo being back and Bamford scoring. I want to be as positive as you, Amani. I really do. But I think
I can't see Rodrigo being icing on the cake.
It would be all right if all the other results went our way, but they haven't. They haven't gone our way. So how can you really be happy when you've seen Everton beating Brentford and Bournemouth beating Liverpool? You can't be happy if the results went our way, I'd be pretty happy. But they haven't, so
we show a bit of character to come back from 2 goals, conceding twice. I'm trying to look for positives. We went 1-0 down. We went 2-1 down.
At least we could finish a little bit today. Yeah.
Well, Bamford's goal. I mean, I think even with that deflection, I think it were going to go in. I do. I think it were on target.
Don't know, Matt.
Well, you don't know.
Dave, Luke Legend, Forest and Leicester look awful. Yeah, Forest don't travel well away from home, though, do they? That's their problem. One good thing is that we've got an international break. So a point is better than nothing, guys. We've got one more game before international break. That's Wolves away. But yeah, that's going to be a difficult game going to Wolves.
Yeah.
Zenkai says Nonto and Somerville got some chemistry though. I wouldn't have took Somerville off me because I thought when Somerville were on ball, I thought he was looking threatening going forward.
Yeah,
I thought we were pretty quiet.
Yeah, I would have.
The thing is, it's all a turn box because, like Tom just said, I'd have taken Harrison off. But then you wouldn't have got that goal.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, true. But then again,
it's all right looking back on things.
But then you don't know. Another player might have scored a goal. You just don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Oh, I haven't told you what happened to me. Did that today?
Did you get your laptop?
Never send your old man to do all for you. Honest to God, I got snowed in. He went down, right? Bought the laptop, went to the counter. They says, "Oh, we're going to have to order you it." My dad rang me up and says, "We're going to have to order it." I says, "That's fine, do it." Anyway, because Curry said that they took the Curry said that the payment, there was something wrong with their machine when they took the payment. So basically, they said to me dad that Curry's have said that they've cancelled the payment, but she couldn't get hold of the IT people, so he's got to go check his bank Monday to see if the money's gone back in and then order it then.
I told you to order it last night.
Yeah, it wasn't that easy. I'll tell you, it wasn't that easy to do it. I'll tell you in a minute. Rodrigo being out for weeks, he needs another. I said this to man. I said that don't expect Rodrigo to come back in all guns firing because it's going to take him a couple of games to catch up again. Rodrigo being out for weeks, he needs another 15 to 20 minutes next week. Then international break, hopefully he will get back up to speed.
Why hasn't he got up to speed on training ground? That's what it's there for.
Yeah, I know, but I've always said this: training a match day is different. I don't know why, but it is.
Well, it's more pressure on match day, isn't it?
It should be able to handle that. He's a professional footballer.
Yeah, but
He knows what Ellen Road's all about. He's not just been brought in January window. He should be able to play better than he did today. I don't care how long he's
a
been
lot of
out.
these players should be able to.
What about talk to me on McKennie?
Didn't play, did he? Did he play? Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
came on.
Yeah, he did.
Came on a sub.
Yeah,
Yeah, came on a sub.
He just kept over it in his passes, Mally.
Yeah, apart from shouting and bawling at Fairport, I didn't see a lot from him.
No, I didn't either. He had chances as well to play players in, and he just he overhit the pass.
Yeah.
And
I thought there were quite a few poor players on that pitch today, giving ball away. Terrible passing. Adams gave it away a few times. I think Verba gave it away a few times. Erling were a waste of space. Firpo were all right. He had a decent game. Adams, they were a 5 out of 10. I don't think Bamford did too bad. Adamson were his usual self, and Somerville quite poor. Nonso livened it up once he came on.
yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, I like Nonso. I'll be honest with you. When I saw team sheet, I was shocked to start.
I would as well. I thought, what is he doing? And then when I saw how they were standing off him, I thought, what is going on here? No wonder fans were booing.
But you called it, Mally. You says that we don't press like we used to do.
Huh? It's how he plays. It's his tactics. But I don't think it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go down well with fans unless we start getting 3 points. Somerville
and Anderson are pretty poor. I would have switched them both. Agree with Mally. Zenkai says might not be a good thing to go back to the Championship. Get that money injection from the 49ers. Rebuild this terrible squad. Get a good manager to dominate the Championship and have a fresh Premier League start.
Yeah. Trouble is you lose too much money if you go down to Championship.
Yeah. I mean, it works. Sometimes it works with. You see Burnley now. You know, it's working for them.
I don't think Leeds will bounce back up if they went down.
But yeah, I can't see it because all the boys, all the players that say we need to be going for a few years now are gonna stay again, and you know most of our players are gonna leave.
Dan, do you think we'd come straight back up if we went down?
I think we will. I think we would, really.
But on what evidence, please? Because we saw that. You watched that game, didn't we? Well, at least you saw that game, should I say?
Depends what players we keep, really.
We'd lose 7 or 8 of those players.
Yeah, you put around now, probably. But then we've already played 10 players, haven't we?
You're talking about either bringing more Championship players in or bringing 21s through. I don't know. I think it's losing that high press. We've lost something by losing that high press. Because
today, just shit. If we just pressed more in that game, we might have actually. We could have caught them a few times.
You know, they say that he plays a more defensive game, which he may do, but it didn't pay today. The Skulls scored 2 goals, and they could have had more.
Although that first goal, who was marking?
Verba.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Verba. But then he decided.
He was on him, and then he decided to go on goal line.
Yeah, which for me is why.
I don't know, mate. But I saw it. I saw that.
Yeah. It's just why.
Banana tree game. I feel with the team. We are just so poor. I love this club, but some of these players that need to go.
The only positive we can take out of it is that we didn't get 4 put past us.
Yeah,
like our friends down south.
We actually got something.
We actually got a point out of it.
Nonso and Rodrigo is our only hope.
I don't know. Nonso, and I'd agree with Nonso. I'm not.
But why did Sinisterra only come on for a minute?
Yeah, well, that's what you said, didn't you?
Because he's a bloody idiot.
Yeah, he never even touched the ball.
Maybe Garcia were happy with point.
See, before the results today, I would have been more than happy with point.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's the rest of the results that snookered it.
Yeah.
And West Ham have yet to play, aren't they?
yeah. Who are West Ham playing?
Aston Villa tomorrow.
That's going to be a close one.
Mm.
Good afternoon, Budgie. Good afternoon, everyone. Great results today, Stuart. Considering Brighton have been smashing it for weeks.
I think Leicester got beat, didn't they? They're getting dragged into it.
By Chelsea.
Yeah.
And Forest, I think Forest get beat.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
They're only two results really that went in his favour just to keep it tight.
But I'd rather have Bournemouth and Everton losing than.
Oh, I agree.
Forest.
I agree. Stupid results. But
a win was necessary today. We are in so much danger. I agree with that. I do think that we're in danger. I do think that look, it's still toss of a coin because it's so close. But I can't keep saying that every week, can I? Do you know what I mean?
Do you look at it as 2 points dropped or a point gained?
Before game, a point gained. After
game.
I thought Brighton had more chances to win it than we did. To be fair,
so it's a point gain then.
I think it's a point gained, yeah, because Welbeck had a couple. You know what I mean? If it weren't for that great save by Meslier, getting down low and quick, we wouldn't have won that game. We wouldn't have got anything from that game. So
I don't think we didn't test their keeper as such, did we?
No.
And I'll tell you what, we were extremely lucky with Addison's goal because there were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There were two balls on the pitch, but it didn't change anything.
There weren't two balls on pitch though. When Nonto kicked that ball, that second ball wasn't on the pitch. It was about an inch off.
Yeah.
When he took that corner, he took the corner and then the second ball rolled on and he threw it back. But we were so close to having two balls on pitch. And that ball boy went shooting, or whoever it was that threw it on pitch.
We've got snow again. Can you believe it? Yeah.
We've had rain all day here.
I'll take a picture and show you how deep it got here. It's mad.
No, we know what snow. We know what snow looks like, bud.
Marsh's players are disappointing signings. I think Verb has done all right. I think Verb has been a good signing.
Adams has been all right.
Yeah, Adams is.
Rocker's been okay.
No, yeah, Adams and Rocker have probably been.
They're not bad midfield. They're not bad midfield. Them two.
Them two are a pretty good midfield pair.
I'm not sold on McKennie.
No, I'm not sold on McKennie neither. I just don't think I don't think he can pass the ball. I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Rasmus has been a disappointment, but if Ayling don't pick his game up, then Rasmus is going to get a start.
Well, yeah, but they're both as bad. Well, I would say I think Ayling's better than Rasmus, but yeah, if Ayling doesn't start playing and starts dropping off again, then who have we got to replace him? Because Rasmus is not playing well at all. So and Cody Grammer's out on loan.
It's no better. I think you're right, Tom. I do. I think you're right.
It's a big call, isn't it?
Budgie, I completely agree. To get a point against Brighton is a great point considering where they are in the league. I agree with that. I do because they're challenging for Europe. You know, so we should be grateful that we did get a point. But
yeah, it's what the other teams. It's what the other teams did.
Yeah,
not what we've done. It's what the other teams have done. But you can't control what the other teams do.
Budgie's old boy, it isn't great not to have your Saturday ruined. 2 games he's not started. I don't know what grass. 2 games he's not started. I don't know what Grassier is doing.
Is that Nonto?
Yeah, that'll be Nonto, won't it?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing either. But
he needs to. Nonto needs to start because obviously, if they've had an argument, but he's still getting game time anyway off the bench, so why not just start him?
He's obviously trying to teach him some kind of a lesson.
But we don't need him to teach any lessons right now because we need him to start.
We do. We need to get him to stay calm, stop getting involved in stupid.
Well, yeah, but he should. I mean, he's better than Harrison, isn't he?
I agree. Somerville.
Yeah.
Dave says you can't press high on Brighton. It'll be a ball over the top from them.
I don't know. They got caught. A couple of times when we did decide to press.
Early in second half, especially.
Got caught a couple of times. I think if we'd have pressed, they'd have bottled it.
Yeah, they were too calm. They were too lackadaisical.
They had so much time on ball. Far too much time. But if that's how Gracia plays it, as I said, the crowd weren't happy.
We're not good enough. It's difficult because it's a difficult one. I know we need. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I'm happy with point considering that we conceded twice, but we do need to start winning games at home, especially as home games, because away games is going to be harder.
You've got to put it into perspective, like you said. Over the years, Leeds, Brighton, you'd most likely back Leeds every time, but because of how they're playing and where they are in the league, the European contenders. So you've got to be happy. You've got to be happy with point. If it had been anybody else out of top six, you'd have taken it in a heartbeat. So you've got to take it. Because I think they've got about 2 or 3 games in hand of Brighton.
I came home from the game again for the 23 games in a row. Yes, please. Aston Villa will win.
I hope so. Sorry to other West Ham fans, but I hope West Ham win. Aston Villa win.
Luke Legend says never ever bet on West Ham. Got goals galore for West Ham Villa tomorrow, Hermione. I don't think the players show that they have the faith to wear the shirt.
I think they're just down at the minute. I think they're just low in confidence at the moment, and you can't blame them. They must be gutted that they battled to get a point, and then they look at other results and say, "What the bloody hell's going on?" Everything's just sort of seems to be going against us.
See, you said my dad said that 37 points should, but this was before the Brighton, the Bournemouth game. My dad said about 37 points should get you safe. I said, really? But other teams are getting points as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what the mark is.
Yeah, I don't know about 38, 39.
Do you think that'll keep us safe, Mally?
I think so. I'm not sure about 37 is a bit tight. Did we not just stay up last year on 37?
I think so.
Yeah.
Last day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what the points tally were last season.
I'll be back in a second, guys. I'll be back in a second.
No worries, mate. The worries I've got, right, is if we leave it to last game of the season again, I think Spurs will be challenging for top 4. Mm-hmm. So they'll have something to play for. Whereas Brighton
I have a gut feeling that the Leeds and West Ham game will be the decider.
I hope you're wrong, but it could come down to that, couldn't it?
I think whoever loses that game will go down.
Bandy says we must use 2 strikers.
But you've got to play 2 strikers. You've got to forfeit somewhere.
Yeah, and we can't forfeit up back and midfield. We need.
Do you weaken the back so that you could have 2 strikers? It's getting that balance.
The commentator said that Garcia likes to flood the middle of the pitch in midfield. He likes to get extra bodies in that midfield. You know, to be more competitive. And I you know, and I agree with that. I do. But like you says, there has to be a balance. We can't just let a goalkeeper take 20 seconds to pass the ball. We can't.
No.
Not at all.
Because it can still compact the midfield, but just keep that high press with them front three. Get them pressing. Get them making mistakes.
So it's about to go off. There we go.
Because I don't believe by pressing Brighton, it'll make them play long balls because they won't have time to think about playing long balls. They won't be able to play long balls if you press because they won't have time. So they'll be just passing it from side to side.
Right. With Rodrigo, is it going to be a case of needs minutes again? So basically, start Bamford, bring Bamford off to put Rodrigo on, or would you start Rodrigo against Wolves, Mally?
I've no idea, mate, because you've got Rutter to bring into the equation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Rodrigo's a strange call for me.
It's Andrew from a ticket office available to start against Wolves. One thing positive: we are not beaten today. We were not beaten today.
That's right. It's just the other results went against us.
Stewie has got a proper family thing going on. I love that. It's very base. I think it will be very tight. So many teams are involved. Can see being 42 points needed.
Possible.
Some truly crazy results are occurring.
Yeah. I can't get over Liverpool. I just can't get over them.
There are 8 teams in this relegation fight. I agree, Dave. We have 30 points last season. 40 points might be necessary this year.
Yeah, they do say magic 40, don't they? But I thought we were 37 last year, but 38 I'll take.
Grandad and Lee Budgie, the glamour rating is high today. Cheers, Luke Legend. Thank you very much, thank you. As for Ronto, the boy can do the work. He wants to work. We must let him work. I agree with that.
I still say we should try him inside. Behind striker.
Thumbs up from Budgie. Caught up with chat as well, guys. I've caught up with chat. Right, I'm gonna go around the house. Right, Thomas, TD5. Are we gonna survive?
Just.
Mally?
On that performance, no.
Fair enough. I think I'm gonna stick my neck out and say no. What about you, Dad?
I'm TD5. I think we will just by Skinner's teeth.
I'm not point asking Lee, but
we have to play better than we've done today, definitely.
Lee, are we going to survive?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
I don't want to be relying on other teams.
No.
If we're gonna survive, I want to survive on merit and not.
Yeah, but we also kind of have to rely on other teams as well.
Yeah, well, we do now that we're in relegation places. We do now anyway, don't we?
We didn't press them in first half, but at the beginning of the second half we pressed them because they didn't make 1 or 2 mistakes at back, didn't they? Right.
That's right.
They did, didn't they? We pressed them for about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
First half.
And they made mistakes.
Second half.
Yeah, they made mistakes when you press. I don't know why he stops it, but it's his decision.
It's annoying. It's really, really annoying.
I still think it's still in his own hands.
Of course.
We're not relying on other teams just yet.
Because we've got to give him hand over a lot of them.
Yeah, I think those above us are going to drop points. They're not gonna go on a winning streak. But we do need to go on a winning streak.
Yeah, we need to start getting some wins.
We do.
I'll be happy to get 2 games on top.
I just want to know, right? Are we right? This squad now, is it stronger than what it was last season?
Yeah, well, I would think so, definitely.
So why are we still struggling?
You know.
Do you know what I mean, Mally? Why are we still struggling?
Maybe we overrate some of these players.
I think the team maybe thinks that they're better than what they are, and they don't put the effort in.
We should be higher than where we are. Well, I mean, we don't deserve to be higher than where we are in performances, but look at that team. We should be, but don't know. They're just not good enough.
I wonder if Jack Harrison were best striker on training ground. He scored 2 today, didn't
he?
Yeah. I mean, look, I call for Harrison to be off straight away, but I will defend him on some. At least he repelled him.
He redeemed himself, Stu.
Yeah, he redeemed himself. He needs to repel and go to church. That's what he redeemed himself by getting equalised.
Yeah. Well taken goal. Well taken goal.
But
very lucky, but well taken.
He shouldn't have been on pitch at that. He shouldn't have been on pitch at that time. He should have been pulled off at half time, I think. But thank God I'm not the manager.
Who do you think were better than out of Harrison and Somerville? Do you think Somerville?
I thought Somerville was okay on the ball.
I thought he should. It depends on what you see.
I don't remember him doing all. He didn't create anything.
No, he didn't create. No, but he did look more comfortable on ball.
I don't know.
When he got it.
I don't know.
You see, when I see Harrison, do you know what keeps coming in my head? How poor he is at crossing. Now, maybe that's just me being ignorant and not looking at the rest of his game. Do you see what I mean? Because the thing what lets me down with Harrison is his crossing, and he thinks he has to take everyone on. That's what lets me down about him.
Harrison's okay if he's got plenty of time and plenty of space. But when he gets closed down by 2 players, he can't do it. He can't go anywhere. He can't beat a man. He needs time and he needs space. And then sometimes he can put a good ball in. But if he ain't got that time and space, then forget it. Goal. He had loads of time for goal, didn't
he? He did. Yeah.
He did actually. Yeah, he did.
You know,
all Brighton players were asleep.
Yeah.
I wonder why we started taking short corners.
Probably because we can't take corners. But I'm only joking.
It worked. It worked today, I guess.
But we didn't take one corner. We didn't send one corner into the box.
I think our plans though was just to take it short.
Keep possession. Keep possession.
Probably.
I think
so.
No,
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. You know.
I mean, yeah, it worked today.
I don't mind short corners as long as there's an end product, like maybe put it ball in box then, but don't waste. Don't. If the one thing what frustrates the hell out of me is a short corner and we lose possession. Now I'm not saying that we did that today, but that's what would annoy me if that happened. If that started to happen.
But 9 times out of 10, long corners will lose possession.
Well, yeah, can't get past first man, can they?
At least with short corners, you've still got possession.
Very true. Very true.
I'm happy with that, and it ended up in a goal today, as it proved.
But do you think that Leeds will survive? Hermione says that I think just by the skin of our teeth again.
I hope you're right.
But if you look at this break, when international break comes, he will have more training time, but the players need to step up more. I'm thinking about Rodrigo. Yeah.
So will all other teams around us. All your top teams, they're their players will be off on international duty, but the bottom teams around us, we're all in the same boat, scrapping.
Need some scabby wins. Yeah, you're right, Luke. I would have took that today if all honesty, I would have took it.
Is he talking about Leeds or West Ham? Because I think it applies to both. Yeah.
Both. Yeah. Both. David says we won't survive.
Yeah.
No, because last season team had more fight.
Yeah. I'm hoping that'll come.
The team are not fighting this year. I think. Look, I don't think it's the team are not fighting. I think it's this game in particular. It's the instructions given by manager why we didn't press up front. You know, it were obviously instructed by Garcia. Otherwise, they would have got the message onto the pitch to tell them to try harder.
Maybe he doesn't want the players putting stupid tackles in and risking bookings. Were there any yellow cards today?
Firpo got one, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Did he? I don't know. Did he?
No, it was no. One of their players got one. Casado got one, didn't he?
Oh, for pulling Adamson back.
Adamson back, yeah.
When Adamson were clean through, wasn't he?
Yeah, Firpo did get booked. He did get booked at 90th minute. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Firpo got booked. There were only two. There were only one apiece.
I missed that. I walked out before whistle blew.
Not enough goals in the league team, in my opinion. I don't think far wrong with that, Luke. I really don't. Look at the Wolves game last season.
Yeah, that was when Ayling got that 90th minute winner. That was a crazy game.
Yeah, but Ayling should have scored. He should have scored today.
Yeah, he should. If he just kept the shot down.
He did. He had a bit more time than I thought. At first, I thought, well, he had to take it quick, but he might
not have been part of the shooting practice team with him being a defender.
Getting back to Dave's comments, that was a game where Raul Jimenez got sent off, didn't he? And we were cruising, weren't we? That's when I went 2-0 game over. In my everyone took Mickey out of me for about a season,
and we won 3-2.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and I need to do that celebration.
Yeah, Ailing tried. Yeah. Lee remembers.
With that,
tried to do the Robbie. Yeah,
tried to Robbie King's somersault.
Yeah, and he failed.
Failed miserably.
Man, it's got a good point here, though. Right, I know what Dave's trying to say, but man, it's got a good point with that one there. How can you say the team isn't fighting when it comes from behind twice?
Mm-hmm.
I can see where Dave's coming from. That I think Dave's finish. We're not pressing. We're not fighting.
It all depends what your class is fighting. You know, if you're used to seeing players flying in with tackles, is that class as fighting, or is that just class as being stupid?
Reckless.
Exactly. But are some fans looking at as called fighting? You know, you can fight in different ways, can't you? You can fight by using your head and your composure. You know, you don't have to go diving into tackles to be called fighting.
That was fighting.
Yeah.
Luke did the same the other week, both on his left foot. Malcolm, mate, hope you're doing well. Luke Ayling did the same the other week, both on his left foot.
Yeah, he should have scored.
At least get it on target from there.
And Rocco's not afraid to have a crack either.
No, he had a few goes today, didn't he?
Yeah. So, you know, maybe Adams and McKennie and such like should take a leaf out of his book. And if they see sight of goal,
I remember when McKennie was on the edge of the box, and I just thought, shoot.
Yeah.
And he was trying to find, and he just held on to it, and just lost it.
Yeah.
Just have a shot. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, exactly. You might get a kind deflection.
Yeah.
A la Bamford.
I'm gonna say, when was the last time we saw Bamford get a goal from outside box? I was trying to think.
And with his weaker foot.
Yeah. I can't remember him doing it.
The last time Bamford scored from outside the box, I remember this game was a few years ago. It was against, I don't know why I remember this game so clearly, but like we played Preston and he scored from outside the box. He scored a brace and we won 2-0. And he scored from outside the box then, but that was with his left foot. But I can't, that's the last time I can remember him scoring outside the box. But he's probably done it after then, but I just can't remember.
I'll tell you something, CD5, you've just proved a valuable point to me. Youth can remember a lot better than elderly people, I'll tell you. I can't remember it that far back. Can you, Dad? But I can't remember what he did just to the TD5, so don't worry about him. He's just sat there right quiet. No, we take silly chances and... Right, on a minute. No, we take silly chances and not play the simple ball. Too many tricks tried, and that never come off. I think it's part of the game now, isn't it?
Just need to make that right pass and make the pass pay. Too many sloppy passes.
Yeah, I think that's what Dave's trying to say there. That silly. We're not playing simple ball. Too many tricks and try not to think. But I think with flicks and tricks and stuff now, it's everyone's at it, aren't they? Everyone's at it.
Brighton were very good with it today. There's some lovely stuff. Lovely back heels and excellent.
Tom Rogers, hello. Good result against the top side. We need to beat Wolves next Saturday.
I mean, yeah, if we beat Wolves next Saturday, then this would not have been. This is not a bad result, but it's all ifs and buts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you said
we've been saying it all season.
Yeah, but if you said before the Wolves and Brighton game, you get 4 points, you'd take that. But you just don't know, because then if we lose to Wolves, then it's really bad. But you don't know. Depends what happens.
I think most fans would be happy with a point today.
Yeah, but I think with a point today, we need to beat Wolves.
I tend to do is I tend to sleep on it, and then I think, and then I question myself: who will we play? Where are they in table? What players have they got at their what quality players they've got? What players have we got who are struggling to find the best form? And you've got to say that Brighton should have won that game. So, on that benefit of hindsight, Leeds United did get a good point.
They did. I'd like to know on what grounds Dave is coming out with this comment. I'd like to know how it's the owner's fault. Why is it the owner's fault?
The only thing I would say about the owner's fault is the owner should have pulled the trigger sooner.
Yeah. That's the only thing is dilly-dallying with manager. But that has nothing to do with us going down. Because I think Scabala is quite capable of managing a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave says should have sacked Marsh in October, but I agree with that. He should have been gone way before.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, Dave. Yeah, definitely should have sacked him sooner, but we didn't. We've got to deal with it. We've got to move on. We've got Garcia. At least we've got a coach there. You might not agree with his coaching style, but he's a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to agree with. I'm still to make my mind up with him. I like him as a person. He comes across really well. I like his press conferences when he don't tell us stuff. I like that about him. But let's just give him, we can't change him now. There's no point. You know what I mean? It's just get behind him and see what we can do. But we wasn't very good today. You can't be happy, Mally. Your prediction it was way out. Oh, you can be happy. You can't be happy, Mally. Your prediction was way. You went 5-0 Brighton, didn't you?
I went 5-0 Brighton. So I'm buzzing because I ain't got one right yet.
You know, some predictions, score predictions for teams like Leeds, it's very difficult in it to do because
I'll be going 5-0 Wolves as well.
This bad management from the owners. Now we should have got this manager. Now we should have got him in October. I agree.
Again,
we should have got him in October.
It's all right looking. You know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. You know, you do what you deal with at the time.
Oh, you went 4-0, Mally, not 5.
No, I went 5. I did go 5. Yeah. I said if they can put, what I said was if Brighton are good enough to put 4 past West Ham,
yeah,
and they're good enough to put 5 past us.
Because there's Deserby, whatever he's called, one happy fruit bottle and got
yeah. Well, when Lewis Dunk decided to have a shot, and then he got really angry.
Spurs Fulham will be good. I can't see us getting out of any of them. Maybe Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs are poor. Spurs is our last game of the season, so hopefully that one game won't matter.
We'll most likely get points when it's not expected.
Well, we did at Old Trafford. We got a point.
Yeah.
We did against Liverpool. We did against Chelsea at home. You know, we picked up points where we didn't give the team anything else chance. These
so-called big teams might tend to take the foot off at gas when they play minnows like Leeds United.
But it depends what the situation is, because against, let's say, Spurs, right, on the last day of the season, we need to stay up, and they've secured top 4 and they're not fighting for anything else. Yeah, of course we'll probably play better than them in those circumstances because you know, they've got nothing to play for anymore, and we have.
I mean, for Bournemouth to score 2 against Arsenal and to beat Liverpool, does that not tell you that the big teams were underestimated?
Yeah, with Arsenal was they actually stepped up, which is how I think Arsenal won the league, because they actually stepped up when they went 2-0 down. But with Liverpool,
So I just think these so-called big teams underestimate the minnows.
By the way, did you guys see that Salah penalty? Oh my god!
Yeah,
no.
It was 7 meters wide. Talk about 7. Oh
I saw Gakpo's effort at the end that sailed over the top, but I didn't see penalty.
Mally, you need to see the penalty. It's awful.
His run-up were wrong. You could tell even his run-up were wrong.
Did he miss it or what it saved?
No, it was literally 7 meters wide. Like, well, it wasn't actually, but it was wide. And
high and wide. It went into back row on.
Usually Salah just leathers it, but he's usually so good at penalties. But I guess everyone.
You put money on him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but again, I guess everyone misses penalties now and again.
Right, what he's saying is because they come out and said, didn't they, Leeds United will not be involved in the relegation fight. The owner is talking rubbish in his statement. But I mean, that's just. I agree with that, and also, you know, you've got Victor Orta coming out and doing all these stupid things as well. So it's the whole management, really. You know,
how would the fans think if Rodrizzani comes out and saying, we're going to be in a relegation scrap this year, lads?
Yeah, but for him to say that it's impossible, like, it's not impossible for no team to be in a relegation battle, really, is it? Like,
I don't think it's impossible. I think what he said is he
literally said it's impossible.
We're going to be in
He said it's impossible. Okay, you can say it's unlikely, But you can't say it's impossible. He literally said, for us to be in a relegation battle this year, he said, "Oh, it's impossible."
Oh, I hadn't heard that. It's the first time
Yeah,
I've heard that.
That was at the start of the season.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Correct, Mally. Just checking your memory through the confusion.
Yeah, it's a bit foggy in here.
Well, look, guys. What can we take from today's game? Give me one positive.
Point.
Yeah, we didn't get beat.
Not losing. And actually scoring 2 goals, but then we're still conceding 2 goals.
I'm finding more negatives than I am positives, to be fair.
What about you, Dad? Can you think of any positives?
No, not at all. I just got 2 goals, haven't I? That's it, right?
I think that we need to bring pressing back from front.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Letting them have ball like they did.
Dave says to say it big up themselves up as if we was not in a relegation fight. I hear you, Dave. I hear you, mate. I do.
I think it's just wishful thinking. At the end of the day, there's going to be 3 teams to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure at the beginning of the season, none of them 20 teams will say we're going to go down.
No,
that's true.
You won't even get Fulham, Forest, and Bournemouth saying we are going to go back down.
Yeah, but to say it's impossible that we're going to go.
I don't remember him saying that at all.
He did.
He sent it out in a tweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go on Twitter, so that's maybe why I didn't see it.
If you just search up on Google, if you search up Andrea Radrizzani, it's impossible for us to get relegated, and then go on and it'll have it right there. You don't need to just say it.
Right. Malcolm says better organised, getting there bit by bit, trying to play more solid. Still uncomfortable though.
Yeah.
Never mind Cressy and Yale that he's doing bits at the moment. Get them both back. Yeah. I don't think we can recall them on off the loan.
No, but when but I wouldn't loan them out again when the new season. Don't loan them back out. Keep them.
I agree.
The thing is, if they came back tomorrow, they wouldn't get a start.
No.
Cresswell over
Koch.
Cresswell over Koch, maybe.
Can't see it. I don't think Koch did out wrong today.
No, but we said that.
It was Voba's fault for the first goal. I think Voba was good today, but it was his fault for the first goal.
Yeah, and he almost got second.
Yeah. But then Harrison.
He had an off day. I
thought Voba was okay, but for those 2 moments, which are crucial moments in the end.
David said, I'd say he's under instruction by the owner how he wants the team to play.
No, because it's the manager's decision on how they play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
It isn't going to pay Radrizzani for us to go down. He will lose millions and millions and millions if we go down.
Well, 49ers just have said that we'll still buy it, but the prices will have to be renegotiated.
It must sort of be halved.
So
plus he won't get his Premiership 100 million. You know,
so
he'll lose a fortune if we go down, and he decides to sell.
I agree with that. I do.
So no way made would Radrizzani want us to go down, and he certainly won't be telling Grazia how to pick his team and how to play. Not a chance.
That's just Grazia. If you look, Grazia is a defence, I won't say he's a defence-minded coach. That's the wrong word. But he believes in defence. He believes in his defence. He believes that he's total opposite to go out all out attack. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's just got what we've been used to over the last 3 or 4 years. You know, we've been used to that energetic high press, and we're not getting it. We certainly didn't get it today, albeit we did in spats, but we didn't get it for the full 90 minutes like we have been doing. And I'd like to see it brought back, personally.
Yeah. It's going to have to find that balance of being strong at back, have a decent midfield who can compete, plus press from front.
Yeah, I mean, he can stick with what he's got, but all he's got to do is tell them front three, do what you were doing. Because they were doing it. The first game, he did it. And I said to you, I was impressed with that. Pressing front. Them three never stopped. But then whatever reason, it's gone totally opposite. And today we're ridiculous.
I agree. I totally agree. I do.
Yeah. You don't think now they showed us some respect who Brighton were, no?
I think they were told what to do.
Right.
I think they did what the manager told them to do.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that were them doing their own thing. They're instructed to play that way. When Simi gets match fit, we will have a player who will hit from anywhere.
Yeah, he's not scared to have a strike.
Yeah, he's scored 2 from outside boxes, Indiana.
It's whether they can
keep fit,
push Somerville out of position, push Somerville for spot.
Right. Well, look, guys, it's coming up to an hour. We'll end it there. I think
you've got a couple more comments, Joe, if you want to finish them off.
Victor got too much influence. Well, he's under scrutiny now, and he's Victor Orta. He's under scrutiny. Dave, I suspect that sometimes directors lead on managers to select certain players for brand reasons and wage and contract requirements, etc. Just a general observation, though.
You see, this Weston McKennie thing, I wonder if Garcia's... It might have been influenced.
Well, he wasn't the one who bought him in, was he? So
no, but if McKennie don't play 10 games, Leeds don't have to buy him.
Yeah, but
even if we stay up, if he don't play 10 games, we don't have to buy him.
If we stay up and he plays 10 games, then we have to buy him.
That's right. So I'm wondering, he may be under instructions. I don't know what they mean by play. I don't know if they mean start.
Yeah, they just mean off the bench. Yeah,
exactly. I don't know what they mean. Without seeing contracts. So I don't know if he's got to start 10 games or if he's got to play 90 minutes. I don't know.
Malcolm saying, "Keep the faith, lads." I thought all our players did well today. Good game, good result. Let's finish on a positive, Stu. Thanks for the stream. No worries, Tom. No worries at all, mate. And have a good night, lads. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Marnie, thank you for keeping everyone safe in chat. As always, my love. TD5, thanks for joining us. As always, Mally, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And you, Dad, thank you.
Thank you, Jack. No problem.
Thank you for my laptop.
Yeah, you were going to talk about that. You're going to talk about that when we've finished.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a bit. But the bottom line is, I am going to be getting my laptop. I just don't. It ain't going to be tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
It could have been if you'd have taken notice, you bloody numpty.
I know. Not Premier League player in truth.
I'm assuming there's on about McKennie.
No, I don't think so. I try not to make my mind up on players until they've had a good run of games, but we aren't getting that time.
It's a difficult call because at the end of the day, he is an international player. I know I keep harping on about international players, but he is an international player.
Yeah,
I think Weston McKennie's good. He's a good player, but it's just not working out for him at the moment.
Not yet. It's early days, I think. I think he's still trying to find his feet. And blend in with his teammates. We'll see. We can only hope that it comes good. Because Aronson's gone off at Boyle for whatever reason. I can't weigh that one up at all. But it's how it goes, isn't it?
That's very true, Molly. It's very true. Yeah. Anyway, look, guys, we're going to wrap it up from here. Amani says that she likes McKenny. It'll come good.
Yeah.
100% for the USA. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching this edition of Disabled Team. You know, much appreciated for joining us. Take care, everybody. See you all soon. It's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
A goodbye from me.
Goodbye. Take care, everybody.